Okay, let's see. Wow, we're started the stream and then we started moving. Wow, been stuck all day. Okay, let me just set up everything. Started a little early so we can prepare. Okay, should be good there. Took a while for it to move. Can we see something in the 5 minute here? See this high here. Taken. I'll just use that whole 5 minutes as a breaker. Yeah, probably use, if I'm using the 1 minute, I'll use this down close candle here. This whole last close candle. We didn't get closure on the 5 yet either. Oh, we did get closure actually. See this 5 minute closure first. Been stagnant all day. Close in 40 seconds here. We have equal highs on ES too. This doesn't look like it's ready to break yet, so I'm gonna try to hold off. We can do it to CS break up here. It could still work, but I don't think it's ready to break yet. Really get a strong closure above here too. If this were to break already, you see this order block here that took out the high. It'll be these up close candles that's holding it back, but it's really pushing past it. Looks like it's pushing higher here. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. 10 points in this range is big, and especially one candle. Holy crap. Yes. Really rejected from that. What was that? Breaker's still in the 5 here. Which is good. We could have took that for the stop at high of day. That would have been 2-point stop. I just didn't feel confident in that trade with the way it's moving. No one could really expect a violent 10-point candle when we've been ranging all day. That's the thing as well. I think we can go for lows if we can. Let's see here. Get under this 5-minute, and then I'll be more ambitious to play the downside. What you guys feeling? I'm not sure how prices will try and do today. We filled, so what I want to bring up to the point, we filled the 4-hour already at 260, and that area we've been really struggling to get past that. But it's only like 12-13 points away from current price action, so that's the thing. Also, we look at the hour. Nothing really shows on the hour here. Oh, this is the hour. The 15-minute, we have a large 15-minute inefficiency. I would love to see that run back down. We do have equal highs above. It's breaking lower here. This range is just back and forth, man. Let's just see here. Equilibrium. Like ideally, we want to play the edges back and forth until it breaks. It'd been a very nice entry at above premium for short here though. Put stop at high of day. Just waiting for price to. It's not really giving us too much to play with today. I would love to just scalp in between ranges though, but it's just been chopping back and forth for ages. This could really, if we can hold up here, I think we can move above 260s. It's been just going back and forth too much, so let's just see what happens when we get above 260 again. I am favoring downside if we can just hold this breaker, the 5-minute breaker we have listed, which has been holding like a champ. What do you guys think? Are you guys more bullish or bearish up here? There's that break. Might take it out. Yeah, we took out the lows already. Feeling the inefficiency. If we come back, I'm gonna probably take a short on it. It's been holding for too long, and now it's breaking. Let's see what we get. That could be a sweep too. Like, look at how it filled it so quickly and holding it. I know we're gonna be very careful today. It's not an easy week or easy day to play. Hopefully no one's getting smacked around though. Let's see this 5-minute close though. I mean, we still got lots to go on the downside. We really do have lots to go. New York Open is where 211. We haven't revisited New York Open since the morning. This could be that bullish breaker that sent us higher. I'll be watching closely on these up close candle here. The buy is still bullish as long as 15 minutes supports it. Precision funding, new best prop firm. I'm not. If it's similar to Apex in any way, I'm gonna go with the more reputable one. Cause like new firms popping up and out, like if you make a lot of money on it, like can you trust that they're paying? They'll pay you. That's the problem. Can you really trust that they'll pay you when the time is ready? I didn't take anything yet, guys. I got approved as well, Jay Howell. I think I shared that into the announcement. Feels good to get approved on Apex. There's 3 that wasn't approved right away though, so still waiting to hear about that. I don't know why. Maybe it's an automatic system they have. I have no idea, but as long as I get my money, I'm not complaining. What does it take to get approved? Well, on the website, it takes like, it can take up to like 2 weeks to get approved. I think it says that. And like imagine like if 1,000, 10,000 people request payout in that one payout window, they had to go through all of them, make sure like you guys are following the rules and stuff like that, because maybe some people are trying to cheat the system and they don't want that. So as long as you're trading normally, for the most part, you should be fine. The way that I like getting approved is like because that payout is guaranteed. So even if you blow the count, you don't have to worry about it no more. That's what I like about it. Shit is kind of holding still. I haven't seen SMT yet. Like when I look for reversal, that's kind of a big thing that I look for too. We really haven't got SMT here. We're still green on the day, right? Yeah, we are. Tech is pretty weak. I want to see if I can get a short entry on tech too for a scalp. Maybe we'll just do break even stop somewhere. Lost internal liquidity. If we're looking at like a lot of inefficiency here on the left side, we've been moving up really without taking out these lows, without feeling inefficiency, which ES is trying to do at least, but there's still lots to go. I think it was really weak right now. We already got somewhat SMT right here. I don't have any buy side targets anymore. The main thing I was looking at is the 4 hour. I guess the next target will be the wick of it. That's basically the daily wick here. But this is so far away. And we've been like, if you look at the daily chart, like 1 gap, 2 gap, 3 gap. This is the 4th move up without like filling anything. So I think this is a very good spot. And if you zoom out a little bit, you can see we're inside of a daily breaker. You look at these down close candle. Take the wick. We're inside of a daily breaker. So I'm looking to see basically this just for it to react. We're starting to get a little bit of divergence here with NQ being the weaker side. I think it moves lower though for now. It's kind of preemptive. I would want more confirmation, but You're short off the 5-minute order block. Let me see. Look at this order block here. That's the one that took out the low. I think it wants to go inside of this fair value gap here. Wow, moving pretty strong there. We got a tap inside this fair value gap. This could hold it down. We're moving so strong here. Keep in mind, this is still back in that premium, so when we're looking for shorts, you can drag it down a little bit more now, but this is typically the area you want to hunt for. But we have equal highs. Let's just see if it wants to run that first. And he was so weak earlier, but it stepped forward. This fair value gap is holding it back there. This is that bullish breaker that I was talking about. If we get close above. Got rejected there. We feel this inefficiency coming back down. I wish there was a good target for me to join in longs for. I just don't feel too comfortable with longs right now. This is a unicorn setup at least. If you were to take this trade, it could be where would you enter? I'll probably at least look at the OT of it. Just to make sure we are right on the right side of it. Just look at this high, back to this low. The low is all the way down here. Let's just say we put the midpoint then. We could just do like a stop right there. And look to take out the next high, ideally. This inversion here supporting it too. Mm-mm. 5 minute just fills it perfectly there too. If this breaker fail, like we could really float back down. That's probably the last attempt for upside because we feel this inefficiency here. The one that caused a big leg down. So this really need a hold here. Okay, TDP trades I think is just a shill here. All his comments is just about let me see. All his comments about the new firm that he's talking about, which is not the best thing to see. It's like the biggest shill right now. NQ just looks so weak, man. Mark that 4 hour here with you, man. Just to show it better. This is probably the last confirmation you would want to see when we feel the inefficiency and move lower from it. That makes it like a better short opportunity now. Let's see. Just waiting. He has breakers hold, and he's just much more weaker, so we tap in the inversion more. Other than that, like, he's just holding right now. Some equal highs here. Play the we already know that NQ is the weaker asset right now, so if you were to long this, you would definitely long this on ES to protect yourself. Dude, this is so slow. How are we still stuck in this range all day? If you're trading counter, do you always wait for 1 to 5 minute confirmation? Counter is very difficult. For me to get it, at least I need to see one of these. Either we align to the bias already, which is not counter trend. We take out high time frame strong liquidity. So if we take out like a strong high or a low, and then we start flipping, that could be something I'm playing. Or we're in a high time frame PD array. Where did you put your stop? Probably like 233 or something down here. This is still holding pretty well, but I would long ES over NQ just because it's a strong asset. I'm gonna get some more water. I'll be right back. Okay, we finally break out the range. Look at that. I just had to leave for a little bit. I'd probably just remove ES breaker if we close above, because the 5 minute still be active until otherwise. Yeah, but we're likely trying to go for these equal highs too. Yeah, the water break move, man. Dude, this could flip still. NQ's so weak. The 5 minute breaker on NQ is really holding it down still too, guys. Keep that in mind. Would like anything above it. Yeah, inside the breaker, we could just scalp back and forth. Maybe that's a good idea. equal highs here, man. This is so shit, man. Possible flip here. But ES is holding. Like I think you have to look at ES for today right now. ES is making things much easier. The breaker's still holding on ES too. On the 5. 15, we really filled it to the brim before reversing back up. See, we can get a trade somewhere. So I see we have SMT now. That's what we're looking for. Though this is perfect too because we feel the inefficiency before having SMT, which is great. Let's see what happens here. I'll like shorts. I'll try shorts on NQ. Most likely here. The 5 minute still holding down, so I don't think we revisit the 5 minute again. Kind of see something like this though. We're breaking on 30-second. You can see like a very tight breaker here. We could try it maybe. Something worth trying. Maybe like 44. Something like this. 7 points. ES is holding still, but NQ created the SMT for me. It's not a unicorn setup though. I'm still watching it, letting it play out more. The breaker is still holding NQ or ES. I'll let that play out a little bit more then. It's very, very choppy. We can just take this as a hypothetical. Let's just do like in our minds 101 what would happen. Taking like more of a non-confirmational setup. I don't think we try to revisit back here if we're bearish though, especially at NQ. NQ is really weak right now, but ES still has an equal high. Oh, let me check if. Uh, okay, yep. The payout was taken from my Apex account. So I'll show a picture of what it looks like now. These are the main 6 I have right now. These last for like, this is the second payout. I'll be going to third payout right now. These 4 was the one that got approved. These 2 are waiting to get approved. But once these 2 get approved, it'll be 53.5, right? So that's more than enough for another payout. Here, my plan is the next 10 days, next 10 trading days, for next payout window is May 15th to 20th, which I think probably like 7 trading days. I just need to make like another 1,000 at least to get that cushion and just keep on rinsing and repeating in that. Ideally, even run it to 54,000, so another 2,000. Yeah, we're going for that equal highs here. No news until Thursday. Yeah, and also next week is when we have CPI as well. This week is pretty dog shit here. Yeah, we saw YM really propel higher too. Just know that NQ is a weaker asset. How much buffer do you like on 50K? I around even like 500 bucks. I'm willing to go for, because what I always say is like, go for the payout first, and hopefully like you're not left with like $200. That'll be nothing. But if you have like 500 bucks, that's something. You can play with that. That's like 2 losses that you can build back up. I do both, Billy. I do monthly and lifetime. It just depends on what you want to do with the. I tend to like monthly more, just because I would hate to feel the lifetime, like if I don't get the payout or fail them, you kind of pay like them double the price. But you do the monthly, like, once you get the payout, you get 2,000 bucks. You just pay another $80. Like that's just like a little tax. So it's like an insurance in that way. But yeah, monthly definitely for 150K that I have. For the 50K, I can go either one. Equal highs right there. If we were bullish or bearish, we would not really want to revisit this. So we're trying to take out that buy side there. Still has that SMT, right? Pretty large SMT still. Now, what do we want to play with? Ideally, even if this we take it the highs here and NQ fails to move past his breaker and like draw lower, I'm liking that for lower prices. I'm really liking that for lower prices. Wow, look at YM2 is spiked up. So this is the order block that took out the low here. We could use this as the order block with this both candles. Personally though, I would probably like the last one more, because that's the wick that took out the low. If it's a large one at least. I'll just mark it like that. If we run this through this order block, I like lower prices. Where are those equal highs at? Okay, let me see. This is ES is the inefficiency that took out the high here, left it imbalanced. So if we can invert this, maybe not too bad for a short as well. I like NQ to hold here though. Let's see if it does. It's pretty critical here. I mean, the best case is like you wait for it to play out first instead of trying to anticipate it when we're this choppy. He's fighting for his life. I hope no one's getting chopped up, man. I really do hope no one is getting pieced up here. This is really the part of the time where you want to just stay as disciplined as you can. The short will come though. We didn't even invert the CS here. Took one loss and call it quits. Maybe we'll find a good setup for us to join in. We've been doing pretty well with that though. Like if price action is not there, we've really been stay on the sidelines. Almost a 1 minute breaker inside of 5 minute here. With an SMT here like that, this large, where NQ is being that much of a weaker asset. We'll see. Look at that, ES did another pop up too. Really seeing the decoupled market here. On Septa, you can add more contract. It keeps saying orders rejected. It's a scaling plan. You can look more into that. Here's that push. Maybe we take up this high. This SMT is gonna be meaningless. Okay, I'll just delete it. It looks like it's about to take up the high. Are you in a position? If I'm in a position, you'll see it, man. Every trade I take on live is shown, and then you can see it on my account. You can see my balance. It's there for everyone to see. Here's that pop there. Just a reminder, I think I said this yesterday. Everyone who liked the stream will be entered on the giveaway. Oh, there we go. Is it ready to break down yet? We're about to tap this order block here. I think this is going to be on NQ. ES is so far away from it. But NQ is a weaker asset too, so don't expect too much. Might get a 1 minute breaker here. No confirmation, man. If you take this, it'll just be more of a low risk type of trade. Maybe it's something like this I would be willing to go for, or a little bit higher. 6 points. We have a lot of air to go for. I could really even go for the next low if I wanted to. We'll see. Maybe we'll just try 1 mini on this. Oh well. This is very premature, man. But after it takes the high here, I think it's gonna be starting to get very exhausted. Even the 5-minute breaker is still holding, which is good. Just trying to put in like where the order block or where the down close candle is. I guess you could put it a little bit lower. Let's see if this invert here on ES. We got a slight tap back in once we get close under and validate the breaker setup. Probably get the same thing on ES here. I'll just try to put my stop above this high at 60. Let me see if we get tap back in. I don't really expect much at this point. I think he's so weak. I'll try it, man. We'll just do a stop at 260. Like a 5-point stop. It should be a little bit lower now. I would just hate to not get filled at where I was going for. What is this? This is already 1-to-1 here. Then we go for the next low. I need to see acceleration here. This is a second tap inside the breaker. And ES, I need to see ES hold this breaker too. Or it's a no-go. Here, let me just put the buy limit somewhere. The 5-minute still holding this. One to one would be this low. If we gotta close under low, I'm just gonna put that stop right there to protect myself. Let's get it so we get it. Displace through this low would be good as well. There we go. Candle close in 30 seconds. I'll put it now. 20 seconds. See this candle close first. I see acceleration here. Alright, I'll put it here. Hopefully it doesn't take me out and then fall, man. I want to be comfortable. Let me just move it a little bit up toward 9. You see this displace. Already up like 10 here, but come on. Alright, I'll take that, whatever. Quick 11 points. I know it's gonna displace, dude. I really know it. Like this is, but I don't have a very good stop. And if I do break-even stop, I know this will get tagged too if it does run up, because going back to this breaker, validate the setup. What doesn't validate the setup if we go above the breaker? Well, this is the next place. I mean, at least I got, what is it? 11 points out of it. That's like $230. Off of a trade that's like, it's okay because we have the hourly here, breaker. Ideally, if I had this as my entry, boy, I would just hold for this next low. But tell me if I did this, I would just miss the fill by like a tick or 2 ticks. How stupid that would that be? It's Taco Tuesday. That's paying for my tacos. All right. Yeah, this is my trade here. About like 7-8 counts. I have no idea. Some of them are at payout, so that's why I'm not trading on a few of them. But pretty good trade. Let's see if we have one more. Maybe we'll do one more. Go for 500. The 5 minute is holding. That's why I also like this breaker here. We have a nice 5 minute here. But ideally, like, you want to just hold for the next low, man. When we're taking out this buy side here, there's no reason for it to come back up. But it's just my entry that, like, I would love to put breaker stop. I just can't do it in this type of entry. But look at that. I mean, this time I try to do as best I can so I don't get not filled, because was it stream on Friday? I had like 3 top bottom tick entries that it was perfect. I just missed the fill by like a tick. So I try not to be too greedy there. Wow, someone said full ported that shit, 6 accounts. Yeah, like part of this live stream too is like you're watching the execution live and you can see like my thought process where I want to put stop in and all that stuff. Press one if you took that trade, guys. It's gonna float down. This is 22 points here. Or no, it should my hour entry is right here. It'll be 20 clean points. Is this your full-time job? It's paying me like my full-time job, so yeah. So another key thing to note, I was also looking at ES. You see this imbalance here? This imbalance is crucial because it's the imbalance that took out the high, and we saw like very little resistance above. So it's just basically like, imagine we just go back and forth and then we move past it, leaving a fair value gap, and then we create that that bearish breaker model. And this is where it's like a very keen to a high time frame reversal or a low time frame reversal here. So what I was looking at is once we get closed under, let's just retap back inside the breaker, and it's just really displaced through that previous low, which it did. If you held through this, that's good. Some part of me kind of consider like maybe I should just take micros. If I took 10 micros, I'll take 5 somewhere, put break stop, I'll be good. And then I'll take the other few down here. But it's the problem with just doing minis. If I did 2 minis, that's like bigger risk than I would like on NQ. And I don't need to go for $1,000 a day anymore. I know I did that before, but like if I just average like a few $100s a day, 300, 400, 200, we'll get that payout by the 10-day mark. I'll go for one more setup today if there's any. If not, like it's likely gonna be a short setup now. The highest taken, the 5-minute breakers has been holding. We look at the 15-minute here. Notice like this is the 15-minute order block here. I know NQ, I don't see it holding as much. That's why we took the short where the top of the order block is. But ES on the other hand, I would want to see this try to hold. But if it goes through, that gives me the confirmation that we're likely gonna try to go for the next strong low. Does it make sense if you did 1 mini and then since you couldn't partial it to long 5 minis or 5 micros? You mean 5 micros? That might be, I don't know if that's against the policies of prop firms. I feel like it's hedging in a way, but I don't know. That would mean it'll make things more complicated because I have 1 mini and then I have 5 micros and they're counter trending against each other. But I see what you mean though. Yeah, that I would imagine that would rack up quite a handful of commissions though, because instead of closing out a position that you already have, you're just adding another commission. So you have 2 positions now. So once you close out, that's four in and out. or 11 total collective position, or 12 is 1 mini 5 micros 12 total, instead of just going 1 or something like that. The awesome toss up X account. I'm gonna try this weekend. I'm gonna load up for CPI next week. Yeah, this next low would have been good. How much would I've made here? Let me see. If I just go for the next low, 20 points, that'd be 400 bucks. I took 230 instead. Okay. I mean, just keep in mind the risk was always I think the risk was 6 points, so like 120 bucks. So even when I got the 10 points already, that's 2 RR. If I go for this one, it'll be 4 or 3 RR. It is what it is. The key thing to note, though, let's see this order block. Let's see how it plays. I'm only looking at the open, or yeah, the open and up. Is that the open? Or the body and the wick above. If there's a bearish order or bullish order block here. If we get closed under it, under the mean threshold even, that's probably where I would like more. Under 520.20 or 52.20, I am likely gonna stab, try for another short. So let's just wait for confirmation. I think it goes lower though. We got 3 crows. Or 3 drive, is that what you mean? Somewhat. Wow, look at that sell off. I do have some shorts on my my express though. I'll hold my express at least. It was already a swing short. Yeah, but one more trade for another 200, 300 bucks would be perfect for me today. Hope I don't give anything back. Look at that sell. It was like very top tick entry too. That's like the quality of the breaker when you're waiting for everything right. That's why I also mark this as a buy side high, the hourly liquidity. So like you look at like, when do I counter trend? Is the 15-minute bullish? Yes. Is the high time frame bullish? Yes. Is the low time frame bullish? I think once it made the bearish breaker, we could say it's bearish now, but the 2 other biases are counter. So you look at my 3 criteria. Does it align with bias? No. Is it in a high time frame period? No. Did it take out high time frame strong liquidity? Yes, it did. Which is higher day too. So that's probably high. I'm holding the trade on my express though. We'll see how that goes. I do copy trading view. This, if you didn't realize, I shorted here and I logged. I took the trade all in trading view, and it copied in my ninja. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Hold up! Hold up! Hold up! All right, I'm gonna take some off on the position I was holding. I'll take 2 off here. Oh my goodness! Holy crap, dude! I'm glad I held someone my express here. Whoa, this could have been $1,000 a day, but whatever. I'm up like 2,500 in the express here. I'll hold 1. Let's just do that, guys. I hope some of you guys don't copy exactly what I'm doing. This is my express here. I held 3 minis at the top there, where we shorted. Took 2 off. What the heck? Why can't I close this? How many of you guys TP'd with me, and how many of you guys are like going for your own TP, which is likely this low, or even like just where else on the 5-minute? I would imagine even this low had been tagged soon enough. Man, oh man, these are the days where I wish I just do break even stop on my main funded and just let that ride out. We'd probably move lower still. So that 15-minute did close under it. We didn't get a chance to re-enter, basically. It knifed pretty fast. It started shooting down hard. Took that short at 240, 2p at 200, 2 minis, 1k. That's nice, man. Well done. I think it still moves lower. If you look at the higher time frame here, we have lots to go. I would honestly want to see this low taken maybe by power hour. If we start accelerating, it's like another 50, 60 points, and this would inverse that hourly. It's pretty good. I wouldn't try to catch this long though. If anything, you want to catch it short. That -4 projection right there, just like a few ticks away. All right, do we have a... You'll probably use this as the next breaker down. If we do even want to go back up, this is probably where I'm looking. It's a large breaker, so what you would want to do if it does want to retap back up, let's say just travel back up here, you just want to see on the lower time frame. Let's say, imagine this is the 1 minute. You want to see like confluence there too. Maybe it would be a 1 minute breaker inside, and then you could just take a short here inside the 1 minute breaker, and that'll be your stop. So it'd be like 5 minutes inside the 1 minute, just like we did up here. This is a 5 minute breaker to hold, and I was dropping the 1 minute. So I wouldn't necessarily just try to short this like this here, and then just put like a stop, 60 point stop. That's well, it's not as large as some other setups, but I know there's like other breakers where it's like 30 points. It's like, what are you gonna do with that? What are you gonna do with that? You want to be precise with your entry, especially if you're trading on the 1 minute. No longs, let the short runner run. I have 1 minute in left. We'll see how that floats. Yeah, I wish I had runners though, or I had like a larger position. Not even a larger position, but just not one where, because if you try to TP a 1, this is 2 already, but if I had 3 minis, maybe I'll take 2 off like safely. Take a 1 off here, take 1 off where I did, and then I'll hold 1 with break-even stop somewhere. And knowing this move down here, this really did not trigger the stop anywhere on a green stop. So let's see the 5 minute close. We'll get a 5 minute fair value gap, and we're likely going to look for something inside of this. We can see a 5 minute here too that it's inside of it. We'll use this as an inversion. We'll use this also as an inversion, and then a overlapping of the 5 minute fair value gap will be the BPR that we're looking for. So we got the close there. We put another 5 minute inside. Inside the version is the BPR setup, which is a pretty high probability setup there on its own. Yeah, part of me just want to smack short somewhere. I said also, if we get this trade and get a good trade going, we're gonna treat ourselves to tacos. Taco Tuesday. There's specials. If you don't know, like maybe look in your area, look in the local area, it could be like $2 tacos, or something like some special they have, which is great. Some of the taco places really give you a lot of food too. I'm gonna try to hold the last one to these lows here. But it's a pretty good AMD type kind of setup, right? We have like the accumulation, the manipulation, and then we distribute like through these lows. That'll be pretty good there. I just don't want to just join in randomly though. I really want to see if we get a setup. Huh. Any retracement I think is a short though. We already got confirmation for most type of setup. Especially if we inverse this 15-minute, this any re-entry back inside of this should be sold. Make that money. Sell side. Yeah, 182 would be perfect for exit. To be honest there. Just move this little back. What do you do also want to see? Maybe we'll get a clean inversion. Maybe it'll just bounce around a little bit, and then the moment it like kind of goes up, you'll see like a imbalance, and then if it comes down, it could retap back side. It might not, and this would be like that inversion trade. Since we're already on the side, like we want to see it, like try to take liquidity somewhere internals, or just go for the lows. There we go. Let's just put my TP. Just one more jab down. Wow. ES took the low and Q didn't. Somewhat of SMT. I still think we propel lower. If not, I think we just retrace back up to send it lower. I'm still looking for this to get sold here. Let's look for inversion here. I think inversion would be a good type of trade idea. Because I don't think we'll get a bearish breaker anytime soon. Did ICT blow his Robin's accounts? He's probably down instead of up, but who cares, man? I think like if you're not completely oblivious, you should already realize that ICT himself is more of an educator than a trader. We saw him trade live like 4 times, and it did not go well. You can't have it both worlds, though. You can't be the best educator and teaching all this stuff and also be the best trader. We took this low here, but we didn't take out the bottom low. All right. Anyways, if we get a close up of here, this is the bounce I'll be looking for. Didn't get that. Okay. It was a big sell-off, so I would imagine we retrace back up to this 15-minute here. We're using this 15-minute as our inversion on the 15, and then we break it down to 1 or 5 to see anything to take a short entry on. There's just way too many models that ICT uses as well. That he kind of refined. So like something like a breaker strategy could not go well with a different type of strategy, and like entry matters. Entry tops all. So you can have all these analysis and you get stopped out. That just means your entry was not as good as you wanted to be. All right, I am waiting for this to come in this 15-minute here for a short entry. Market structure shift and breakers are not new. It's not new. Like there's other strategy that's similar to it. Someone said the Quasimodo or whatever it's called, or some. There's other things like the wick off, all these type of things. But the key thing to note is we're looking at a very refined model of using breakers. Because could you use Quasimodo or inversion, or not Quasimodo or wick off to take the trade entry that I did here? I don't think you can. It might be at some situation, but like the way that I have my stop, the way that I have some things, I think for Quasimodo, if they want you to go for the next high here, like it'll be something like this. This will be the entry. This is where I'll actually stop out. And in some difficult situation where like it's tough to get it clean, like this is like almost like a head and shoulder. But let's say we draw like something like this. I might even get like I might just do something like this. But they'll always go for that previous high. It's more like the head and shoulder type of things. And the way that you find it too is much more different. All right, we are moving up. Let's see. What entry are you looking for? I'm looking for a retap inside this 15-minute, and then I'm looking for a short setup. Yeah, this low did not get taken, so yeah, it's a very clear SMT there. That's the main reason why I think it's moving higher. When things move like that, we get a strong SMT. And they also hit the -4 projection target too. Let me just draw this. There we go. So two things. We either look for a setup inside the 15-minute, or we look for inversion after it takes out a internal high, which it really didn't do that yet. We have equal highs now. You can watch T-Trade's video on state deviation projection targets. It's a very, I think T-Trade has a lot of good videos that are simplistic. Retap inside this 15-minute and it's already slamming lower. I'm still waiting for a better entry. Like, the 5-minute, we already noted here. If ES does want to climb back up, this is probably a prime short entry here. And Hugh just needs like another 20 points too to join up. I believe we go. I do too. I think everyone in the stream believes we go lower. So let me change this. The intraday is bearish now. The low time frame is bearish. So shorting is not counter trend anymore, for the most part. Also, if you use CRT, isn't this the way that you use it? Like, you look at this candle as the range. Look at that. It basically give a turtle soup entry, and then we float lower to the previous low. Same thing with NQ. Everything above, it floats lower. It should go for the sell side. CRT is not a bad theory or whatever it's called. With the right protocols, like, it's actually pretty good. I've been kind of like, when I was like live trading or backtesting or anything like that, like, I do look at it. I'm looking at the higher time frame. Like, is this a CRT? So respect your Romeo or whoever to put that out. Even if it's like a new name, whatever. He put some protocols on it, which helps a lot. All right, let's see if it goes for the low. It isn't just Power 3 and AMD. I mean, it's very similar to that, yes. But most people would look at Power 3 as, like, this is the accumulation. That's that quick manipulation. The red box here is the manipulation here. And then we distribute. But that's just like a very bare bones type of concept. What he presented is more of, like, this is the target. And I think he also goes for the 50% as partials. So I think it's more precise than just like overall, like, this is AMD. Similar to like breakers with head and shoulders or something. It's more precise. So they both could be the same, but also both be different in specifics. Because, like, if we kind of compare, like, oh, it's all the same, like, then the breakers would be head and shoulders, and what else are there? Supply and demand could be just order blocks, but you could refine that much more than just simple. Yeah, I also wanted this internal to get taken. I'm surprised it didn't go for that. Then I would look for a short. Like, this is what I was saying. Like, if we had like a liquidity taken, this could imagine that's a candle. We got an inversion. I would probably take that the moment it close under. Put my stop above the high. Just because I'm short bias and it's going to high time frame P rate, this makes it more high probability for me. But I don't think there was anything. The alternative wasn't even taken. It's likely to try and go for it now. See you later, Glenn. Okay, we might get something here. It's trying to fight back and forth. first thing first, take these internal highs. We have a relative equal high here, 3 equal highs. I would like that it ran before we get to lower prices. Are you looking for shorts? I'm basically looking for this to get ran. Inside this pink box here is a 15-minute fair value gap or inversion. I'm looking for a short inside here. We're gonna break it down. So 15-minute here. We're gonna break down the 5. 5 is a setup. We're also gonna look for it in the 1. But I just need this to get ran first, and maybe it'll give you a setup like this. It could be a very simple breaker setup. What do you consider a unicorn at 147? Okay, let's see. I would not here. Well, maybe it's on the 5-minute. 147. This is way too far for this 147. Wait, 147. Wait, what's the price of it? I'm tripping. All right, 233. Okay, let me see that. Yeah, that aligns with the 5-minute. I would probably look for more of a recent pattern or a recent model inside of the breaker. I tend to not like to go for setups here. Like, this is a breaker here. Like, if you look at this as the high, this is the low, this is the high here. We close low. So we already took the target here. I would rather not go for the previous setup here. I tend to not like that, because if you back test that or forward test that, it gives poor results. But instead, like, instead of trying to just short it right here, what you could do is wait for it to go back up and deliver a brand new setup. Maybe it aligns with it, and then that's where you take it. Five-minute inversion. I'm probably looking for a trade inside like 230s for NQ if it gets it. We also want to look at the premium discount, right? Especially that today is just all range. It's likely best case to just make sure you're on the right side. Like, if you're looking for real shorts, just make sure you're looking for above the equilibrium. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Like, I'm looking for inside this breaker, like around 230s. It'll be above that equilibrium from that high to this low here. Because we're not trying to really push the highs or lows right now. We're just ranging back and forth. And when we do that, it's best to be in the right side. So premium for short, long for discount. These equal highs will get ran. Maybe it would try to go for the lows before it could go for the highs, and then it'll float lower. When does NQ lose most of its volume? For AM, it's like, 9:30 to 10:30 most volume. For PM, probably like 1:30 to close, or even like just like 2 to 3, 2 to 4. Those are the more volume based hours. It'll go for highs at the close. I mean, that's ambitious, man. Very, very ambitious. Oh, we'll likely do the giveaway in a second here. Yeah, I'm surprised these highs were not tagged yet. I'm really, really surprised. I moved something, didn't I? Someone also mentioned the 4-hour here. Yes, basically tapped inside the 4 hour. It's like there's another gap here, but on NQ we filled it to the brick already. That's why I like trying for shorts near the high of the edge. I think my stop on that 1 minute setup was at 260, which I liked a lot. It's a very close high of day. But yeah, see, let's just go for the lows, man. Did I not? Oh, I didn't mark the projection target. This is sometimes the standard deviation projection target really helps with where you should TP out. Like looking at 2 to -2.5, even the -1 is bread and butter. That aligns with this low here. So maybe I would have held that a little bit more. -4, I could just full out there. It's just close to that low. Same thing as Ash just posted. I don't know if Ash took this trade. I just followed on Twitter. He basically shared the same exact setup that we took live. That 15-minute swing high. The standard deviation projection. We took that breaker right there. I don't know if he took it, but if he did, me and Ash are in the same wavelength. That's why we really back each other. We have similar protocol. I'll just reply this to Ash. Ash is such a good guy, man. If there's one person who trades similar to me, it's likely Ash. Okay. Well, we're likely going for the lows now. Sell side lows here. Likely a tap inside of this hourly too. Previous hourly. I'll just try to TP out right under that sell side. And then I'll be set. There we go. A very clean $3,000. Just finished my last TP there. I had it from 250. I took 2 off. I had 3 minis total. I took 2 off at 210. And I took the last one at that low. I think it was 281. Why can't I move this? $3,000 on Top Step. For my main set of fun, it was only $200. 220. Hope anyone who held it, man, bless you guys. Because that's one hell of a trade. Basically soup that thing. All right. I really think we go for internal highs before going lower though. We're still looking for a tag back at 220s to 230s here. So I mean, you could really scalp along, try to target this high, at least, and then once we go for 220, 230s, we could look for a short entry there. Could you look for a long right now? Yeah, if it's a scalp, if you're trying to hold too high of day again, that's not something I really encourage. But if we get a setup somewhere, target these equal highs, and then maybe go for like 225s, 220, get out, and then we'll look for that 230 short. Yeah, we're doing the giveaway now. I think we have 150 likes. Perfect. All right. Yeah, you guys are commenting a little bit too early. Any comment that's after what I just announced will count. Sometimes I really like if I miss this entry, where else would I take my trade? Because we really float down, and once it's displacing through that low, it's not something I really trade. So I don't think I can miss or I can enter off of this. This must be the only entry that I could really do. How about you guys? Would you guys like? Was there an inversion somewhere on the 5 or something? I don't know. I just know that if we get under this 15-minute order block, I think where's the order block? Yeah, this 15-minute order block here. No, it was here. It was this. If we get under that mean threshold of it, it's gonna really displace through. But that's not enough for me just to randomly slap short. We didn't really get any retrace at all, that which is disgusting. And these cells are very aggressive. I want to take a picture for. Was this not the hourly? I think it was a 15 minutes. Said my bad. I could clean it up a little bit though. It looks really ugly. Maybe we'll kill the indicators. There we go. That looks cleaner. I'll also include I'll post this for you guys for review purposes. Let's do that. Okay. I still like these internal highs, man. I'll give you guys a few more minutes before we pick the winners. Do you use Replica to trade all accounts once? Yes, I do. Well, I'll give you guys 2 more minutes here. Ooh, Brother Free has a short, and he's looking for 5204 at the gap. Is there a gap there somewhere? They probably got filled down here already. If you look at this as a gap, I have no idea. Definitely don't blindly long or short now. You don't want to get lucky. You just wait for the setup instead. Okay, let's pick the giveaway winner. Giveaway winner today is Brabach or Brabach. I don't know which way you say it. Bach as who's it? The composer? Or it could be Botch, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, just DM me on Discord, and I'll get you that. You get a freak out. You can pick from iPhone Futures, Apex, or ETF. And I'll handle that after the stream. Congrats to Brabach or Bach. Yeah, so for me, like, ever since we got that trade, I don't think I had any other trade entries. Probably looking for a long if we can move from this and take that equal high out. I still think we float back up and then take it down. Let's do the 5 minute here. Like, if we can inverse the 5 minute, that might give me the confirmation to go for it, but let's see. How many of you guys are here, like, first time stream? I looked at Brabach. That's his first stream, I think, unless that's the first time he joined the giveaway. And I think there's a few people in here is like, this is my first time. Welcome, welcome. Hope you guys got it. Can you also confirm this is your username, Brabach? It's k.ankms. Someone DM me saying it's you. Yeah, I think like 5 people. If we get 250 likes, we'll do another giveaway before stream ends. Yeah, here we'll just be patient for the entry. This is what my motto is now: quality trades only. P&L curve will thank you later. And this is what my bias is. This is just a notes here, so I can change it, but you can see like that I marked this bullish, bearish, bearish. That's why we took the short. This is my conditions. This is my time frame alignment. If you do check 1 minute trade, you're looking at the 15. You look at the 4 hour. You take the 5 hour daily. This is how I trade. I'll try to make some more videos, but if you want to look at breakers, there's information on my Twitter highlights. Gotcha. I'll talk to you after stream. But we have somewhat of a 1 minute breaker here. I don't really. Once again, another strong equal high. And if you guys want to look at prop firms, I really recommend Apex right now. I think Apex has been a game changer for me. And if you try to trade my style, you will succeed with Apex. It's tough with trailing drawdown, but just really go for a tighter risk tolerance and like build up slowly. Because let me see what my Apex account is at. I don't know if they have a good UI about your trade history, but I feel like my Apex funded from trades I take only on live has been killer. Let me just see. Okay, this is what it looks like. I'll share. Where'd it go? I just want to share a chart. Of my main fund that I take only on live. So I have 21 days logged so far. And these big dips are payout withdrawals. I don't know why they count that. But you can see like first day was 1,000. Second day was 200. Third day was another 1,000. Fourth day was another 1,000. Fifth day was minus 500. 1,000. 200. I think another 200 somewhere. 300. A payout withdrawal. So like every 10 days you see that drop. It's only minus 1,700, so I was up 300 before I took that 2,000. 100, minus 200, plus 200, and then just kind of float around plus 200, plus 200, minus 100 again, and then we get plus 1,000, plus 200, minus 200, I think, or minus 100, and then another payout withdrawal. And today it would be plus 200. So like, I only one big red day was minus 500. Then we had like I think 2 minus 200 days. The rest has just been very, very green. Just don't even look at this minus 2,000. Those should be green on the day as well. But these are the trades I take only on live streams that you'll see. There's the days that I show a plus 1,000s. You can see I post on Twitter or somewhere. But once you really try to aim for one trade a day, because that's what I do. Like maybe 2 trades if I take one early. We took one at 1 already, so that there could be another opportunity if it presents itself. This was a very tight breaker, but there's no gap in anything. We're just trying to sell lower. Yeah, that's per account. So you times that by 6, I think 6, 7 of my main set. I'm adding accounts as I go, so I added 2 more yesterday. It's fresh accounts. I made 300 yesterday, and then I made another 200 today. So the new count's at, where is it? 5,500. So I'm keep on adding more as I go. A problem with what I have though, I don't know if you guys can relate to it, but when I try to trade too many accounts or add too many at once, say I got like 7, 8 fundeds on Apex. When I try to add another 5, it doesn't go well. I think it works really best when I just add 2 accounts at a time and then build up there. Like I'll trade them individually at first, and then once I get like, let's say 1,500 or halfway through the threshold, I'll add that to my main set of funded. I think that's the best way so far that I noticed. Do you trade the challenge super aggressive? It's basically the same trade I take on live basically, but just like 3-4 times the size. So let's say this was 1 mini here. If this is eval, I'll take like 5-6 minis on it, and we could have passed in that one shot there. That, and also I'll use news. I've talked about it on stream or on my Discord. If you guys want to know more about that, you guys can see the pin message. I talked about it there. Big volatility news. I have protocols here. I explain it thoroughly. You can take a look at it. It's in pin message in the main chat, which is free right now. Look at that sell. God damn. If we inverse this 1 minute, I really think we can move higher though. But no setup at all. I already TP'd all out at that 180 level. How many would they let you on 50K? 10 minis, I think. 10 or 12, I forget. It's probably 10 though. You don't need more than 10. You'll get killed if you do more than 10 at that point. You know, I have the video on the trade copy I use, his Replicanto. Replicanto is such a beauty, man. I can connect all my firms. Like this is shit. This is my fund of futures here. I have 2 accounts connected. I took a withdrawal already, so it resets back to 52,000. We're up 300 already, so like maybe in every 14 days you can get a withdrawal. So we'll see in 2 weeks by probably May 20th. We'll see what this count is at. It could be at 53,000 or 54,000. I'll take another 2,000, 1,000 off. It will just rinse and repeat. Can you take partials rep console? You can do anything with rep console. Literally anything. Someone saying they're holding it short. Hopefully you're blessed, man. But I think TP is already well done. Everything now is overextended. I'm kind of rooting for bulls right now, so I can get a long setup and then a short setup. This inversion is a possibility right now. This is a very strong move. I don't really take inversions, but let's say you just long the midpoint of it, the retap. I usually go for the retap. 11-point stop. Let's just see that. Go for the next high. That's 1-1. Let's just say if we take this trade. Ideally, even if we go for this next equal high. If we can displace through this high here, we'll get that breaker setup, and then I'll probably go for an actual long setup. So it'll be something like this. This is confirmation for a real trade setup that I'll take. And it'll likely be a breaker here. Maybe a fair value gap somewhere here. I'll put my long right here, stop under. It could just be like under the inversion, let's say. 10 points, and then go for the high. 25 points if we hit it. That's a very classic trade for me. Especially after it ticks out the sell side. And we have turtles here. And I'm already looking for a price to rotate higher so it can go lower. Everything you do on Replic Console, like, this is my master account right now. That's why I have it hooked up as a TradeVate account. Anything I do on this account, if I do, like, I put a limit order at 214 right now, short. It'll trigger on all my accounts. It'll be a limit order on all my accounts that I have set connected. And you can set that with multiple prop firms, which if you look at that video, I think it really accurately describes how you can utilize the trade copier. So that's how I trade 4 different prop firms at once. Really the best way to go about it. Inversion is holding here. We're likely going for this high now. And then the second long entry would present itself in the 4-minute breaker. You can also trade, yeah, you can copy TradeVate accounts as well. If you took this inversion, you're looking for that TP here. Maybe even through the high. As long as it connects to NinjaTrader, you can copy trade it. How's Tech doing here? Dixie's moving up. Tech is trying to float back up, but I don't think it will last that long. Alright, we'll stick around for another 18 minutes, see if we got a setup here. I try to do the long on my top step just to scalp back and forth at the inversion. I'm not touching my main funded until I get an A+ setup though. It's a podcast here? Is that what it feels like? See if we get that 193 level now. We might already have that thing going on ES here. Man, NQ is really lagging behind right now. Really, really weak. He's trying his best though. See if we can take this high out, man. Got a quick scalp there at least. If you guys took that inversion trade, I just did just 2 minis on my top step right now just to bring it up a little bit more. I have one more in right now. But the breaker would be the main trade I'm looking for. We're at 3,400. One more, see if we can get higher. If we get a close above that previous, just like how ES did, I'd like to see, there's no fair value gap. It's likely going to be a order block trade too, or we can take it on ES. Yeah, I think ES is the most likely, the benefactor in this, just because NQ is really, really weak. Yeah, we tend to go for the stronger asset. So it'll likely be a run back down here, and then we'll go for the high. A way I'll frame this setup, be something like this. We can try it. Thank you, so weak though. There's a possibility where we don't even go. We'll just bounce on that order block here and then move higher. ES is pretty tricky on these type of stuff. I knew to train open a feature trading account. Lanto was a big baller, guys. This is close here. I'll likely go for this setup, man. 2.25 stop. It'll be like $100 loss if it runs me. Equal high would be nice though. Very short bias still, but this is a kind of like a scalp entry. I'll throw a 1 mini inside of it. I think it digs a little lower. If it moves past the breaker, I'm not gonna take it anymore. Still haven't eaten today, so we'll see if we get this trade. If not, we'll just wrap it up. Okay, I'm not gonna take this anymore. There's a curse for me where, like, if I didn't get the first stop already, I'm probably, the next time it goes for me, will probably runs through it. If you guys got that, I don't know why it didn't want to go for a tick under. My entry was at 5209, so just like under that fair value gap here. So stupid. That'll be already 1-1 here, but yeah, there should be no reason where it comes back now. I think it can move forward higher. And he's moving. Classic. Sharky took it. Well done, man. Just keep in mind, this is also the midpoint of the breaker, right? So when I look for a fair value gap under it, like that makes it very dicey, like where it doesn't have to go under it. It could just tap inside the breaker and move higher. That's where I was thinking, like, it could just really do this. But instead, it did give you a wick, just not wick to your entry where I put my limit order. And it's also a key thing to note that, like, you don't have to put the limit order exactly how I do it, because I tend to get very precise with it and miss my entries. Because I like having a very, very tight tolerance. But there is a possibility that where, based on screen time, if it keeps on going back and forth, let's say it just does this, and you have a limit order right under it, the next time it goes for it, it'll just slam through it. And if you were to take this entry here already, let's say it picks you up on this entry here, you could have already got a healthy TP right there for 2 points, which is our stop. 2 points right now. You see that? That's exactly 1-1. How you doing today, Brian? Jacob, we're doing good. We got one clean setup. For me, I got 10 points off this, so $200 on all my fundeds, and then I held it on my top step, which 3 minis came out to $3,000. Look at that. I don't know if this holds though, but like this would prove what I was saying. Or it could just fail you and just move up, and the breaker would play out. But in the off case where it just slams down, that's disgusting. All right, this is the case where it just fails you instead. And now it should move higher. There's a handful of scalps today. There's that inversion here that if you guys took it, I took it on my top step. I wasn't willing to take it on my main funded. And then we try to take this one. You could take it on that entry. You could take it on this entry if you wanted to. You could take it off that 1 minute here we did on NQ short. There's a very handful of entries that I'm kind of presenting you guys where I think it's worth it. And you have very, very low risk on it. The reason I put my stop under here, because I could see it coming back down here. And putting a stop at under the breaker is just way too tight, because you get your entry and then it'll be like a 3 tick stop. This here, fill that fair value gap, but it could have just wick under by a tick or two and then take you out before rotating higher. That's how I run things too. Is your Discord still open? I think it should still be open. If not, you can go through it through Bento. It should be on there too. I'll fix the link next stream. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, but this would have been another 100 bucks at least. Could have been 200 if I'm holding the TP. These type of trades, man, it really adds up, bro. Because we're doing 1 or 2 minis, we're doing tight stops, and we're going for that 1-to-1. We're going for 1.5, 2 RR, whatever it is. And we're teaching you guys that discipline, where you only take a trade setup when it's appropriate. And if you just do it randomly, you're gonna get killed. Oh, bento is invalid as well. Okay, I'll share a link in chat and I'll fix both of them. Thank you for reminding me then. Oh, you know what it is? I think it's because I changed the name of the Discord. Yeah. I just changed it to Smart Trading. Here's a new link. Sleepy's trying to do his job. We haven't seen Sleepy in ages. Slam down lower there. I can't change my bento here. Let's see. What does 1 day pass mean? If you just hit the prod target, you can get funded the next day. Look at that. This breaker should hold down on NQ. I think it moves higher from here. Yeah, like let's say we took the trade. I think it was like at 9 here. Stop at 2.5. You ate like not even 1 point of I should the other way around. Not even 1 point yet. And then you got like 2 points, 2 points, 2 points a few times already. These are good setups. Good entry models. Should move higher here and there. And he's just found some newfound strength too. That push up there. Push ups. Lower buys, lower sells. Just back and forth. Pretty good. Next payout in May 15th. We'll get there. Doesn't look good for shorts. Yeah, it doesn't. That's why we're looking for longs right now. We're looking longs down here. Shorts is most likely better in this 15-minute. It's really struggling though. There's many attempts that try to break out but fail to. I share a link to Apex with my affiliation there. Appreciate you guys if you guys use my link or use my code SMART. That's all we ask for. The stream, we work to give away accounts and give quality trades, and to support me to do free streams. They're much appreciated. You use the link that I have. Thank you. It's 3 o'clock now. I don't think I'm gonna take any more trades, guys. We're gonna wrap up here today, and we'll start again tomorrow. This stream been going on for 2.5 hours. We started a little bit early at 12:30, but we gave like 4 setups basically. This is a setup that worked as well. We took 1 live. Well done, guys. Thank you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. What time tomorrow? That's a good question. I've been avoiding AM. I always would avoid AM in the Mondays just because I typically don't like to trade Mondays. Wednesday, there's no news again. Depending on what AM does, because I'm gonna look at the 5-minute here and look at has price moved before New York Open. Today we already got New York Open here. We took out London low, we took out London high. Things get fickle for me. But if we have easy draw liquidity, I'll trade AM, but that's why I've been avoiding it. But honestly, I could trade AM, I could trade PM. As long as we're trading quality trades only, we'll operate on both setups. Have you been preferring PM session lately? I only prefer it because I think AM is more dangerous for me, and I'd rather go for the clear session. But yeah, there's a 50-50 chance tomorrow. We'll either be on AM or PM. And if I'm on PM, I'll trade AM in the morning. And I'll end the streamer, guys. No, I won't live both sessions. I only live 1 session. So like today, I was on PM. That means I wasn't on AM. If I'm on AM tomorrow, I won't be on PM. Because likely I already take a trade. And all I need is 1 trade a day to get like my 5-figure payouts each month. All right, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy. Treat yourself if you took good trades today. Treat yourself if you're disciplined. Get some tacos, man. Taco Tuesday.